is ZNS.
The Rundown is brought to you by Commonwealth Brewery Limited. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the show. It's great to have you with us for another evening. Well, the nation's chief hitting the pavement earlier today in a national push to get more small businesses involved in the new trade program. The overall goal to reduce the high cost of goods by giving local merchants access to cheaper products. Devontae Hannon joins me live in studio tonight with the story. Devontae.
Yeah, well, good evening, Glenn. From corner stores to small takeaways, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis spent the afternoon, well, the morning that is, speaking directly with small business owners in Fox Hill, pitching the benefits of the National Trade Diversification Program and how it can help lessen the cost of living on Bahamians.
The supply chain for food to arrive here at a convenience store such as this has the value added in the context of what I call a monopoly.
That issue he shared with Fox Hill stores he hopes to solve with the program, which is designed to open access to alternative trade routes, making it easier and more affordable for shop owners to stock their shelves.
And so we're going directly to Latin America and other factories and plants in the United States for chicken. Other things we're considering are just sort of the staple foods that Bahamians eat. And so we're looking at rice, we're looking at milk, we're looking at other commodities like that the average Bahamian, regardless of where you live in the Bahamas, you consume those goods.
Like eggs, poultry is another item of key focus for the Trade Commission. For store owners like Patrice Williams, though, owner of Lil Bit of Everything convenience store, it's a lifeline.
Everything you could name that you have the supply persons with, everything has basically gone up about $15 to $20 a case, which is basically double the cost of what it used to be.
Prime Minister Davis says the program isn't just about lowering costs. It's about leveling the playing field and giving small businesses a fighting chance. He maintains, though, that it is not a result of the impending trade war between the United States, China, and Canada.
For the last year and a half, we've been working on this program to determine why it is that the cost of food is so high in the Bahamas. And we're attempting to diversify that product by going into new markets.
Of course, Clint, this is just the pilot of the program, and the Prime Minister says that the added support will begin to roll out within the next 3 weeks.
Now, how optimistic are they're going to be successful in this, Devontae? We know the government is making a lot of effort to try and find ways for lowering the cost of food. Is this their only program, first of all, and how optimistic are they?
Well, they're very optimistic about this program. As you heard, the Prime Minister said that it'll come in the next 3 weeks, but they're hoping that this program now eases the burden off of the backs of the Bahamian people. And as you heard from the Prime Minister, removes that monopoly over the supply chain that small suppliers have been feeling. And of course, this is not just food items. It's also going to expand to construction materials. We heard early in the week that the Bahamian Contractors Association said that they fear job cuts as with that shipping, that port shipping fee that the U.S. is going to apply on Chinese ships. It's going to increase the cost of shipping by 25%. And now with this new trade diversification program, these contractors, developers are now going to get their items sourced from outside of the United States, which will be cheaper, and we're also told it's also better quality.
Government is about a couple of days away from a big initiative they've been talking about. Anywhere on the ground about that, how they're feeling come Tuesday? What's going to be happening?
Well, of course, that consumer protection is ready to go. They've been hitting the stores for the past few days, but the Prime Minister said that he's ready, and he also suggested today that there will be further reduction in prices and taxes as well. He mentioned that medicine, as a part of that national medicine program that the Minister of Health and Wellness spoke about, will be a part of that rollback back, and he said that in the coming months they're still planning it out, but they're going to try to see if they can get medicine for free for people on NHI. So that is something that they're trying to do, again, to ease the cost of living for Bahamian people.
All right, Devontae Hanna reporting tonight. Thanks, Devontae. And of course, I'm sure you've noticed that we are in a different studio tonight. That's because we're taking a look inside the mind of one of the most iconic artists in music history, Vybz Kartel. We have, of course, to be here to showcase and to talk to him. And we have to show you what the Worl Boss, as he's known and called. He's going to be in a world-class studio right here, right? And so we're excited to have that exclusive TV interview. The dancehall legend opens up about his journey from Portmore to becoming a global sensation, his thoughts on his impact on dancehall, and what life is like behind, was like. He's no longer there behind bars. We'll have that for you right after the break. You're watching The Rundown on the ZNS Network. We're back right after this. Stay close.
Mailboat service is a critical service to the islands of the Bahamas. Certainly, Andrews has always been there and dear to us. That's where we're born and raised. And so we play a crucial role in advancing the growth and development of Andrews. Customers want service and they want consistency. From the start, that's been our commitment. We work to sail on time every time. Our customers have come now to expect this from us. And one of the biggest challenges we've had was finding adequate funding. SPDC from the very start has been a lifesaver. My advice to young people, if you have a vision, a passion, an idea, go for it. Don't give up. It's not easy. If it was, everybody would be doing it. Be consistent and you'll get there.
Is the Little Caesars Stuffed Crust Pizza. Get more pizza for less money. Only $12. It's a whole new level of pizza with cheese stuffed crust so spectacular that there's nothing left.
Pizza.
A delicious pepperoni pizza with the crust stuffed with lots of cheese and brushed with butter and garlic flavor and sprinkled with Parmesan cheese. Hot and ready Thursday to Saturday between 4 and 8 for only $12. Simply irresistible. And only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Don't you worry, Sid. These crimes, out of your league. Out of yours too, by the sounds of it.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. It's the bishop.
Flambeau.
Wanted across Europe for the purloining of priceless artifacts.
You'd better pray we catch him.
Are you ready for the hottest sports show on the market? It's called The Timeout, Sundays on the ZNet Television Network. In our first show, 4 decades of sports in the country.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SPDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tingsybahamas.com.
And every girl grab a man.
Man to man, girl to girl, that's wrong.
And them.
All when a night, you feel like sun out when you're coming on around.
Well, there is one name. Welcome back, first of all, to all of you joining us. There's one name that resonates not only on the streets of Jamaica, but with fans across the world. Adidja Palmer, better known by his stage name as Vybz Kartel. He's touched down in the Bahamas for a weekend of events and a highly anticipated concert. But we take a look tonight at who is this controversial and influential figure in the Jamaica dancehall music scene. Our Jimmy Swain has more for us. Jimmy?
Thanks, Watson. It was back in the late 2000s when Vybz Kartel first burst onto the dancehall scene, quickly making a name for himself with his raw energy and distinct sound. Known for his gritty and provocative lyrics, which fans can recite as easily as he does, Vybz Kartel soon became one of the hottest names in the industry.
Kartel, what a way your Benza beat them bad.
Baby, you got the body when me looking for. Girl, your attitude match me car. So come roll with a superstar. Toxic and rock, don't stay away far. Real bad man, no muggle in a shots. Straight cheats, got our footpaths. Everybody have the arms, so me get my clocks. Everybody have the arms, so me get my clocks. Oh.
Me climax, we gone. Be a sweater roll, me tight spine. Me feel like me up.
And while he's carved out his own legacy, Vybz Kartel, also known as Worl Boss, has also shaped the careers of many other dancehall stars. Through collaborations and mentorship, he's put several emerging artists on the map. One of his most famous partnerships with the queen of dancehall, Spice herself. Together, they created iconic hits like Romping Shop and Conjugal Visit. In fact, Spice will join Vybz Kartel this weekend at the Field of Vibes concert to light up the stage once again. But it doesn't stop there. He's collaborated with the likes of Popcorn, Idonia, Mavado, and Shinzia. And that's just the beginning. He's even worked with international heavyweights like Major Lazer, Rihanna, and Missy Elliott. It's clear Vybz Kartel is more than just an artist. He's a key player in dancehall's global takeover.
So hot, somehow you got extra, forget me not. When it's sweet, yo, what you say?
But Vybz Kartel's journey hasn't been without its challenges. In 2014, he was convicted of the murder of Clive Lizard Williams and sentenced to life in prison. His case sparked controversy, with many believing the conviction was flawed. After years of legal battles and multiple appeals, justice prevailed. Worl Boss was freed. Since his release, he wasted no time with over 30 concerts under his belt, both locally and internationally. Vybz Kartel has reasserted himself as a force to be reckoned with. His album, Party With Me, even received a 2025 Grammy nomination for Best Reggae Album. And this weekend, fans in the Bahamas will get the chance to reconnect with the man himself, soaking in his iconic hits and some fresh new tracks.
With a powerful comeback, Vybz Kartel is rewriting the rules of dancehall. The future, bright. One thing's for sure, he's here to stay. Back to you, Clint.
Thanks a lot, Jimmy. I saw you had a lot of fun doing that piece and putting it together. Well, I'll tell you, Adidja Palmer, better known to the world as Vybz Kartel, has built a career defined by boundary-pushing music, controversy, and an unyielding presence in the dancehall arena. Known for his provocative lyrics and larger-than-life persona, the man behind the iconic Vybz Kartel brand has become both a cultural icon and a lightning rod for debate. From his groundbreaking hits to his legal battles, Kartel's influence on Jamaican music and global pop culture remains undeniable, leaving fans and critics alike to wonder, who is the man who invented Vybz Kartel? For the first time in an exclusive interview, welcome to The Rundown, Mr. Adidja Palmer. Welcome, sir.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be here.
And welcome to the Bahamas. Good to have you here on the ZNS Network.
Yes, sir.
So, I've got to admit, I became very curious in who is Vybz Kartel and Adidja Palmer. And of course, most people didn't think the day would ever come for you because of what was originally said to you, that you'd spend the rest of your life in jail. But you kind of kept that positive mindset about what was happening to you, even while being incarcerated. Tell us a little bit about your upbringing, first of all, so we understand this man, the person who became Vybz Kartel. Talk about your upbringing.
I mean, I grew up in Jamaica. I grew up in a community called Portmore.
I know Portmore.
Okay, good. Just outside of Kingston. So I grew up with both parents, 4 siblings, 1 younger brother. I mean, growing up, we were poor, but you know, we didn't know we were poor because that was just the life we knew. But love was in my family, togetherness, you know what I mean? Went to Waterford Primary School, graduated, went to Calabar High School, went to TC, which is a private school, tutorial college. Yeah, and then I branched off into music.
How did your upbringing shape who you became? And how did it affect you in music?
My upbringing shaped who I became immensely. The first thing is the work ethic of Vybz Kartel. I learned that from my dad because he has always been a hardworking man. He worked Sunday to Sunday. Like, even when I became famous, even when I could afford for him not to work, he still worked. He's that type of man. So I think I got the work ethic from my dad and certain discipline as it relates to music. Yeah, and my mom, she has always been spiritual. So I guess I got that side from her. She always told me, never give up, believe in yourself, do what you want to do, and do it big.
Those things kept you?
Yes, sir.
Musical artists oftentimes have somebody who influenced them in their uprising, in their music industry. Who was that for you?
Musically? I mean, growing up in early days, Ninja Man was one, Josie Whale. Then you had the Bounty Killers, the Beanie Man. Buju Banton, who's my favorite all-time DJ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still is?
Still is, to this day, Buju Banton. Yeah, so I was influenced by those legends. And obviously in the hip-hop culture, my favorite rapper of all time, Tupac. Favorite rapper alive, Lil Wayne, Drake. You know what I mean? So I think I've been influenced musically because we grew up listening to Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton.
You?
Yes, sir.
You grew up listening to them?
I said, don't make me.
Oh, you really grew up listening to them?
Yes, sir, I did. So growing up listening to so many different genres of music, it taught me how to express myself through my own music. So, yeah, so I have to give it up for the greats, for those who came before.
Say the word dancehall, and it's all about you. It's all about you. How has your music evolved over the years? Did you actually start out doing dancehall, or has it kind of grown into that?
No, I always started out doing dancehall, but I'll give you a little secret. I always wanted to be a singer, but I was terrible at it.
Oh, come on now. I know plenty of those people. They're probably standing around right now.
Exactly. So I really wanted to be like a singer, but I was terrible at it, so I just took lyricism more seriously as a young artist. Then we formed our group and I became one of the DJs in the group. Yeah, but I've always loved singing. Even now I incorporate a lot of melodies in my music. Yeah.
You were writing even behind bars, thousands of songs. First of all, when did you discover you had a gift for writing? Because a lot of people who are great entertainers can perform on stage, but they can't write to save their life.
That's true. That's true.
But that was your gift.
Yes, sir. So much so that when I met Bounty Killer, who brought me to fame, I met him as a writer. Yeah, so I wrote a couple songs for him and he liked them, and the rest is history, as they say. But initially, when I met Bounty Killer, I came around as a writer.
See, now I'm going to ask a question. Vybz Kartel. Where did you get that name from?
Okay, I was watching a movie, I think it was a docu-film about the Colombian cartels, and I just liked the name Cartel. So I added the vibes to it, because instead of distributing drugs, we distribute the vibes. So yeah, and initially it was 3 of us.
Really?
Yeah, so that's why the cartel is on
it. So it's more than you?
Yes, because it was a group.
I got you now on that one.
Eventually, I mean, you know, people grow up, we move on, and I kept the name because I liked it, I invented it, and you know what I mean, here I am.
As you listen to your music, you're pushing a lot of boundaries in your music. What drives you and your desire to kind of experiment and innovate in your music?
I mean, I've always been someone who's not afraid to push boundaries. I've always gravitated towards that high energy lifestyle, not in terms of just music, but everything. I like to come out with a bang. I like to make an entrance. You know what I mean? And that was me. So the shock value of Vybz Kartel music is one part of it. But then once I grab you with the shock value, then I keep you with the lyrics, the melody, the flow, the cadence. You know what I mean? So that's how it goes.
So tell me, what do you think has been your greatest contribution to dancehall music and the musical culture at large?
Okay, I think my greatest contribution to dancehall is one of the few dancehall artists who have shaped the culture. In other words, Vybz Kartel is known to bring back Clarks.
Wow.
You know what I mean? The tattoos, the merchandising. So I think my claim to fame in music is just to be a mogul, a businessman, an entrepreneur, a great artist, and a giver of joy, so to speak. Because we have brought a lot of artists to the fame. Popcorn, Tommy Lee, Gaza Slim. You know what I mean? Played an integral role in Spice's fame.
Yes.
Played an integral role in producers like Russian, who's really big now, especially in the Latina, the reggaeton genre. So yeah, I guess that's my claim to fame, giving.
So you talked about it just now, and in that your collaboration has been great with artists. What do you look for when you look for an artist to collaborate with? What are you particularly looking for?
Something different. Because if you look at a Popcorn, you know what I mean, most dancehall artists are tall, skinny. Popcorn is damn near a midget. You know what I mean? But his talent, he's different, how he sounds. He's from the country. So he grew up very religiously. So he has that spiritual sound in when he sings those type of songs. So that's when I really like, oh, this kid is bad. And then I did a song with him called Clarks. I don't know if you heard of it.
I heard it. I heard it.
And in that song, I gave him 4 lines. He did it, and he became famous. But he's always been talented, hardworking, you know what I mean? Very studious, very principled when it comes to putting in the work. That's why he's reaping the rewards right now.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I want to ask you to break down one of your popular songs. What does it mean? And then we're going to talk about what do you hope your purpose will be going forward now that you're out and you're free, and what freedom means to you. And then, you know, since you make people famous with 4 lines, maybe you're going to give me 4 lines.
I will.
And tonight, I'm going to become a sensation.
You already are.
How do you know that?
I saw you in the airport in Miami.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. All right. We'll take a break. You're watching The Rundown. We're back with Vybz Kartel after the break. Stay close.
And every girl grab a man. Man to man, girl to
Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we have been in Exuma now for the past 4 years, carrying out our paving program. A part of our company's philosophy is to do some work to international standards. So when you look at our paving division, we have a state-of-the-art lab to do all of our testing in-house, as well as a state-of-the-art asphalt plant with a trained technician carrying out the work on that site. The overarching goal of our company is to produce the work that we're doing in the entire Bahamas to international standards. We also make a difference by the training of our staff. We have a very intensive training program going on to where we are teaching young men how to learn the art of striping. Being a young man myself, I've made mistakes in the past. I was given a second chance to better my life, and it's only fitting that we pass it along. What's important for us is giving them a second chance for them to get a skill and a career that could take them further in life.
I am a master plumber by profession. I've been doing plumbing for over 40 odd years. When I was 9 months old, I was diagnosed with polio. To me, living with polio, I took it the way it is. I never allowed my polio to get in my way of anything. In fact, I love when people doubt me, and I just prove them wrong. And let me tell you, in the world, you could only find a plumber as good as me, but you ain't gonna find no plumber better than me. People with disability, they just need a chance. In this program, I feel so encouraged. Most of the mentors have different kind of disability, but disabilities like me. Sharing and caring and showing so much support with people with disability. They would encourage you to go beyond. I wish this was around a long time ago. Right now, I would have been a millionaire. You out there who have a disability, don't be afraid. Take the step. If you believe it, you could achieve it. And remember one thing, ain't no one better than me, and ain't no one better than y'all. God made all us equal.
For more information about how the SBDC can help your small business to make a big impact, give us a call at 461-7232 or visit sbdcbahamas.com.
When me do you make you do me that?
Girl, when me do you make you do me that.
You know it, me know do you know it. But everything you do me I do you back. Everything you do me I do you.
Relax, it's still the rundown. Yes, it's still the rundown on the Zedner Network. Thank you for staying with us. Vybz Kartel has become a household name in dancehall music, earning both adoration and controversy for his raw talent and unapologetic approach to the genre. Now, you've often been outspoken on various social issues, and I kind of want to say, how is it important for you to use your platform to address these issues?
I mean, the previous version of Vybz Kartel would have given you a different answer. But after going through what I went through, and God gave me a second chance at life.
Oh, come on, talk about it now.
Yeah, my mindset is different. I'm all about showing love, showing positivity, telling the youths that, bro, you're valuable. You don't have to be rich. You're valuable. You are a person. You are loved. You know what I mean? God loves you. Focus. Stay out of trouble. Like, that's my mantra right now. Positivity.
You've seen young people throughout the world. You've seen how they respond to your music. It's given you a certain level of what I like to call power, authority, conviction to people. How do you view that? Do you take that lightly? Do you think maybe you didn't understand it then, but you have a better understanding of it now? Talk to me about that.
I totally agree, and that's what I was going to say. Comparing myself to the previous version of Vybz Kartel.
Yeah.
I guess I did not grasp the concept correctly of how important it is to use the power that you say to influence outside of the music. Because we still do hardcore songs, but as a person of fame, we can still use our influence.
Right.
That's all I'm about right now. Just pushing that positivity, especially to the kids. I'm from Jamaica. That's a very violent country. You know what I mean? And now, looking back at it with the mindset that I have, I just want to help. If I can help one person, that's good. Because that one person can change the lives of many people.
What would be your message? There are no doubt young people all over this nation watching you tonight.
Yes.
What is your message to them tonight?
The first thing, you need to stay out of anything that's going to get you in trouble. Stay out of crime, stay out of violence. The second thing is, like I said in previous interviews, because the code is the code, you know.
Yeah.
And what's the code? Combine what you do best with what you love the most. Put in the work, believe in yourself. Be your worst critic.
Wow.
Because sometimes we think we're working when we're not.
Yeah, yeah.
So be your worst critic. Put in the work and put God first. Because trust me, and I know I say that a lot, but for me, it means a lot. Because when I was in my darkest despair, moment of despair, I called on God. And now I'm sitting right here. You know what I mean? Got visa to go to America, go to England, Europe. People accept me.
Stuff you didn't think could ever happen again.
Well, to be honest, I always believed, like I said with my mom, she always told me, never give up, focus, have faith. Even when in my initial stages of being incarcerated, I still wasn't a changed person. I was still angry, I was still bitter. I was still like, oh, wait till I get out, I'm gonna...
Right, right.
But trust me, man, like, I don't know, just over time, slowly just started rereading my Bible because we grew up in church.
Right.
And just finding myself, finding God, just not being afraid to talk, to pray.
Was there a turning point while you were in that cell? Do you remember ever having that, what we call in the Bahamas, that come to Jesus moment? Where you
I like that.
Where you said, okay, this ain't working, I need to make that shift in my life.
I mean, I would say when I was looking at my kids growing up right in front of me and I wasn't there physically. I have sons. You know, for a dad in a country like Jamaica, you worry about your boys. So for me, I guess that was the turning point when I was like, God, I come to you and I promise you and I swear to you, I need to leave this place. I know you have more for me to do. And if you do this for me, I will never stop calling your name. I'm gonna change. And that's when, from even in prison, like my mindset changed. I was more calmer, more mellow, more laid back. Think. Because a lot of people, thinking is underrated.
I agree with you. I know that for sure.
Trust me.
I know that for sure.
Sometimes we need that moment. I guess that was my moment to reflect. You know what I mean? So I have no regrets. about where I went. I think I had to go there to show the youths on a personal level. Because a lot of time we just say stuff because we say it.
Right.
But we also have a saying that says, he who feels it, knows it. Knows it.
Knows it. Knows it. Have you seen since coming out and being able to get back into what you love and do, the new you, have you seen a difference in your in things on the road, in the way you do business,
yes, sir.
In your performances?
Yes,
have there
sir.
been a difference?
Yes, sir. I mean, like now, even when I came out, immediately I collaborated with some guys from Trinidad. We got my new rum out, you know what I mean? Registered my companies, well, re-registered them, and just started focusing more on doing things correctly. Like I said, the code, there is a code to everything. Once you crack that code, you win. And plus the energy, the people receive me, it feels different. And it feels better than just to be, because, okay, Vybz Kartel 20 years ago, walking through a club, everyone is like, oh.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Red Sea moment,
right,
like Moses.
Right.
Now Vybz Kartel walking into a club, I'm embracing everyone embracing me, the love is there, people vibing. If you were like down now, you hype. Because Kartel is pushing energy, positivity. Like even when I make my, from time to time I'll make TikTok videos.
Right.
Or Instagram videos. I talk about stuff like mental health, talk about stuff like faith, forgiveness, like stuff like that I just lay in my bed and I just like, you know what? Let me give the youth them some advice on something. I'm not an expert.
Right.
But I'm an expert at life. And I'm an expert on the ups and downs of life. I'm an expert on determination, resilience, faith, forgiveness, redemption.
That's it.
I'm an expert.
Those are some key words. Those are powerful words, actually.
Yes, sir. Very powerful.
You did your first concert in 13 years and labeled it Freedom Street.
Yes, sir.
What does freedom really mean to you now?
It means everything. You know, when you don't lose your freedom, you take it for granted.
Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah.
As you should. Be a law-abiding citizen and take your freedom for granted. No argument there. But when you lose it, it means more to you. Like, so for me now, I enjoy every moment. My sons are here. I've had them all over the world. They're so tired they couldn't leave their hotel. You know what I mean? But for me, I want them around. I want to spend that time with them. I want to feel alive.
Yeah.
And I was living back then, but I wasn't alive. I was just living, we have money and whatever, man.
Yeah.
But now I feel alive, and that's the energy I'm spreading, man.
That's amazing. What do you want the legacy of Vybz Kartel to be? When people see you and hear you, even when you're done and you're sitting back relaxing or you're off the scene, what do you want people to know about Vybz Kartel?
I want them to know that I was triumphant, and I did it not on my own. I did it with God. I did it with people that I love. I did it with hard work. I did it with dedication. We all make mistakes, we're humans. But I think that would be my key message. Like on my tombstone, here lies a man that fought adversity, that fought sickness, that fought everything that bad that came in his way. He pushed through. That's it. Doesn't get any better than that.
You talked about sickness. You were diagnosed with Graves' disease.
Yes, sir.
Has that played a part in you kind of coming to that moment of saying there has to be a change?
Oh, no, because I found out that I had it in 2014.
Wow.
The same year when I got sentenced. Wow. So, you know, the pressure now is on
like
me.
everything coming down at the same time.
Everything coming down. And like I said, I have to be raising my kids financially as well as emotionally as I can. You know what I mean? Every now and then they come visit and we talk and I warn them, like, you see where your dad is? Stay out of this place. You know what I mean? And they've done an amazing job. I'm proud of them. They're cool kids.
Has it impacted your ability to do the high energy concerts and to give it all on the stage?
Yes, but the thing is, everything is a process. So now I'm just working through the process. So we're on the meds, we're doing the gym. Well, I started redoing the gym because the other day I was so busy all over the world. I couldn't get a chance to actually go in the gym. So now I'm based in Florida. So my manager and I and Scatter, we go to the gym like every day. As a matter of fact, when we leave here, we go into the gym.
That's important for you.
That's what I'm saying. It's about discipline. It's about focus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Turn the noise off. Focus, bro. I'm here for a purpose, and I need to fulfill my purpose.
What is your message that you want to lead to the younger generation?
I mean, like I said, purpose, man. Just believe. God, family, self. community.
Wow.
That's it. Because we need community.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Community.
Yeah, it's a very important thing, man. I mean, even the other day I was talking about the bullying in schools, and I was like, it's okay to talk to a teacher. It's okay to talk to someone in charge. You're not a snitch. You're defending your right to live and exist in peace. So, yeah, I mean, without community, because sometimes turning a blind eye is sometimes as dangerous as being the perpetrator yourself.
Yeah, correct.
You know what I mean? So,
correct.
Like, stuff like that, man. I'm just seeing the world differently, seeing my role in the world differently, and I'm just acting on it.
We know I can't let you leave without asking you to break down one of your most popular songs, right?
Okay. I hope this is not a controversy.
I hope it ain't either, because I don't expect this. Okay, Romping Shop.
Yes, sir. I knew it was going to be. Yes.
Okay, what was your thought process? Lord have mercy. What was your, Davina, I'll get you. What was your thought process about this?
Creating that song? That's a funny story, you know. I got the beat from a selector friend of mine called Cutty. He plays a big sound in Jamaica called Copper Shot, you know what I mean? Some uptown kids. Yeah, so he sent me the rhythm, and I was like, what kind of dumb rhythm is this? It sounds like it wants to be dancehall, but it's not.
Right.
Anyway, I didn't pay it much attention. A few days later, I was around by my office in my house, like a makeshift office. And I was just vibing the rhythm, and then, like, I got the melody first. Because sometimes you can get the melody first, sometimes you get the words and put it to melody. Anyway, long story short, made the song, and then I was like, you know what? When Spice and I were in Guyana, we were talking about doing a collaboration together. Because we went to Guyana and the show was so big. So I was like, you know what, let me call Spice. Then I called her, she was like, yeah, ready. Went to the studio, I laid down the demo and everything, told her which part for her to sing, and she did it. But after we did the song, she was like, she was sad because the song was a slow song. So in other words, she felt the same way about the song that I felt when I got the beat. Like, what is this? But trust me, I told her, I'm like, Spice, it's gonna work, believe me. We're gonna do the video, we're gonna do the ads, and we're gonna promote it. And sir, like literally in 2 weeks, biggest song in Jamaica.
Wow, took off.
And then it spread like wildfire.
Okay, so we're gonna test your creative ability. I want you to give me one line to one of your new songs that I could not ever know. I'm gonna see if I can duplicate it. And then I'll give you a line of one of my songs that I know, and let me see if you can do it.
Okay, so you just want a line, like sing it or say it?
Well,
okay, I'll sing it.
Yes,
let me see, a new song. Where them there when we are do it, probably asleep. Blessed are the meek, yeah. That's 3 lines.
What them do it? What them do?
Where them there, meaning where were they? Where them there when we are do it.
Where them there? Me do it.
No! You got the first part right.
Where them there?
When we are do it.
When we do it.
That's it.
What's
the melody is key.
Okay.
That's the melody is key.
What's the last?
Probably asleep.
Probably asleep.
Yeah, that's it. So I'm like, where were they when we were doing it? Probably asleep. Yes. Yeah, it's crazy. So you got to give me a line now from your song.
Let me give you something Bahamas. Okay.
Yes.
Here we go. From the Bahamas to the nations we praise.
From the Bahamas to the nation we praise.
Oh, we got a collaboration with you and Shabbat.
Yes, sir.
I love that.
Look out, it's coming. It's coming.
What can people expect come Saturday here in the Bahamas?
Well, like I said, when I leave here, I'm going into the gym, getting warmed up, study the track list. Okay, good. Health is wealth.
Health is wealth.
So we're going to plan the track list because what I'm doing now, different than before, every country I go to, I set the songs a little differently. So I'm in Jamaica, I run out. Me not have time for no jail time, that I waste time. In Tortola the other day, I'm like, thank you, Jamie, we wake up this morning. So we're gonna fine-tune a performance that's only for the Bahamas.
Oh, I loving that.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna be in for something. Bahamians know how to have a good time.
Yes, I know.
So welcome to the Bahamas, and we look forward to Saturday night. Listen, it's been a pleasure.
It's been an amazing...
Listen, I think what you have going forward is going to be amazing to change generations.
I hope so.
And so you have our full support that as you take that positive message around of what you've gone through, that people's lives will indeed be changed.
Yes, sir.
And people will find their way.
Yes, sir. I need y'all to listen.
That's right.
God is the greatest.
Listen, Vybz Kartel himself. Thank you for being on the rundown. Welcome to the Bahamas. Promoters are going to be right after the break, and they're going to tell you how you can be a part of this big event. That's right. Yes. Come Saturday night. We're back after this. Stay close.
Gala, when me do you make you do me that? Gala, when me do you make you do me that?
You know it, me know do you know it. But everything you do me I do you back. Everything you do me I do you back.
We're here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this bring great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community, also help with the education of our kids in this community, and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Stripe and the Bahamian Company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tingsybahamas.com.
It's time to grow your church. Time to extend your message to all the islands in the Bahamas, into the Turks and Caicos Islands, and to the world via the ZNS app and website. It's time to broadcast your church's services on ZNS TV. To help you with that, ZNS has some exciting new packages with very good prices. It's time to call 502-3813 for details.
When me do you make you do me that? Gala, when me do you make you do me that?
You know it, me know do you know it. But everything you do me I do you back. Everything you do me I do you back.
Welcome back. Dancehall sensation Vybz Kartel is set to take the stage in the Bahamas for a highly anticipated performance that promises to captivate fans across the region. Promoters behind the event are eager to showcase a night of electrifying performances offering a unique experience for Kartel's loyal fan base and those new to his groundbreaking sound. In studio with me tonight is Don Butler, along with Vybz Kartel. He stayed for this segment, y'all. A promoter from international events and productions behind the Evolution, Vybz Kartel and friends slated for this Saturday at Clifford Park. Welcome to the show, Don. Good to have you.
Thank you very much.
This is happening. And the reason why I say this is happening is people oftentimes may say, oh, it ain't gonna happen. He ain't coming. He ain't coming. There may have been a time before when he tried to come and, oh, it didn't happen.
I remember.
This is actually happening. He's here. That must be a good feeling for you.
It's a great feeling, and actually, to make this happen, we actually jumped on a plane and we went there to see him.
Wow.
We went and we sat, we met with him, and we got the feel that we got the same energy, you know, same likeness being, you know, and we knew it's going to be something great from we met. You know, I've known him. I've done shows before, but the other team members, it was their first time, and when we all went together, like was just there, and the vibes was there. The vibes was there. So it turned out to be something great, and that's why today, like the countdown, because we didn't promote until January, although we locked it in from September because of Freedom Street. So we took 4 months break, and then January 1st, we released everything.
I'll tell you this, and I think this is important to lead into my next question. When you talk and you read and you do research and you study him, you're like, okay, interesting person. And then you come and sit. I've interviewed scores of people over my career. And I always tell people, look for the indicator in the interview that tells you whether someone is real, genuine, or it's all fake. And I'm sitting here and he and I are vibing. And I'm saying, this can't be what people have said. And I understand when he talks about the transformation, it's not some new slogan or some new idea. It's a genuine transformation, because you could sense when you talk to somebody where their head is and what their heart is and what their focus should be. A lot of people may have been afraid in the Bahamas to say, I ain't got no idea because I hear what he all about. When you sit and see them, you obviously knew the new Vybz Kartel.
Correct.
Why was it so important for you to bring this to the Bahamas?
Well, it's something me and my team, we believe in second chances. And we love Vybz then, and we saw what Vybz had evolved to now.
You knew?
We knew. I followed his career straight through, so I knew the change, and then so before we really locked it down, that's why we, you really want to meet him, like we want to sit with him, we want to talk with him, we want to see like, okay, if what we're seeing, like he said earlier, people could talk, but when we sat and we met with him, we know like, okay, this is the vibes, and we're gonna bring the vibes. Like for me, you call me Don Butler, all right? The whole world, you just give them my government name. But everybody know me.
I think we full disclosure tonight. Right? Until I said it.
Full disclosure. But, Terrible T.
That's what people know.
That's what everybody knows me as, all right? But is he terrible? No, terribly nice.
Right.
That's what they call it.
There you go. I like that. Look who vibing with the lyrics now. Terrible.
All right. But, and we're excited about the entire weekend. Tomorrow we're going to be at a rooftop on Pompey Square for the pre-party.
That's going to be crazy. Tell them what time it is.
From 9 o'clock, the doors open. And then Saturday, it's the Evolution concert. I'm so excited to have Vybz and the King and the Queen, Vybz and Spice, on stage together. That's never happened in the Bahamas. We had Spice a few times, we had Vybz a few times, and now we have the collab together. And so we got to big up Spice. Spice is going to be in town. She's doing a show in New York on Friday. Saturday morning, Spice is going to be in town. So we're going to have the King and we're going to have the Queen on stage here in the Bahamas. So we're making a little history here. All right, and then Sunday, don't forget, we go Breezes Beach. Oh man! We call it Fever.
That's Mona. That's my people, boy. Breezes, my people.
He was there today.
Wear a bikini.
So it's gonna be a whole weekend of just
a whole
excitement.
Weekend, because we have a lot of folks travel from all over the world to come. Who didn't make the Freedom Street? They're
here in the Bahamas. So we're gonna see a jump in tourism because of his presence being here.
Yes, we're gonna see that.
Where can people get tickets and all that good stuff?
Okay, tickets are online, feelthevibes.com, and at Joey's Fish Fry and Island Spice, Soldier Road and East Street.
That's how you get your tickets. Don't call ZNS. Go there to get your tickets. Vybz, obviously, what does it mean to be in the Bahamas for you? I didn't even get to ask you that. I want to hear. Okay. What is it like being here?
First of all, did you say Joey's? He made the fish that I had today?
Yeah, fish fry.
You had fish today?
Amazing.
Yes, Joey's.
Yeah, I even
Joey's
posted
the fish fry, right?
Yeah. I even posted it on my Instagram.
He's bad. He's bad.
Joey, the fish, it worked.
Yeah, Scrubber?
That worked.
So you telling us, being here in the Bahamas, what does that mean for you?
It's amazing, look.
Got your little Nassau shirt on.
Look, I'm in my Nassau shirt.
Look here.
We're doing it, for real.
Yeah.
So we're doing it. We're here. The vibe is lovely. The food is good. Like, if you watch the video, I was like, this is Bahamas fish. At least it once was. Because I did the video after I ate it. So it was crazy work.
Yeah. What is it like being on stage with Spice? Because I know a lot of people have been talking about it. They're excited to see Spice.
Oh.
What is that like being on stage with her?
Oh, man, amazing, man. It feels natural. We grew up together. So she's from the same community I am in Portmore. Yeah, we grew up together. Used to go to the studio, hungry, you know what I mean, looking for the bread. And yeah, we made it. So every time I see her or she sees me, it hits differently. Yeah, man, that's my sister. Big up, Grace. Amazing.
A lot of young people are wondering about hope for them. Particularly, I'm talking about Caribbean young people.
Yes.
In our region.
That's what
and they feel that the only way you can make it is going to the U.S. and there, a lot of people's hopes are being dashed because they believe they're from poor countries in the Caribbean where there may not be opportunities. What do you say to them?
I mean, it's all about, it's not where you are, as much as it's who you are.
Oh, come on, up in there.
If you understand what I'm trying to say? It's who you are. You can make it anywhere because we know this. There are a lot of homeless people in America, poor people.
Of course.
People that are struggling, trying to make ends meet. And I mean, if you think that's your way, cool, but is it? So it comes back to be your own worst critic. Self-analyze yourself without no holds barred, and then you will, because without searching your soul, you can't really know what your soul is meant for. You know what I mean? So for me, I wouldn't say foreign mind mentality is the way, man. You have to build your country too.
Yes. We have great Bahamian artists here. What advice should you give to them?
Oh yeah, I've never heard. I think a couple of them are on the show.
Correct.
And I want to hear them.
Who's on the show?
Wendy.
Amazing.
Didn't believe.
Oh, you got two amazing artists.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, they're great people.
I'm very interested in those guys because I've never heard them before. But obviously you're on the poster with Vybz Kartel. You must be putting in work.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm looking out to hear those guys on Friday. Hopefully I'll see them before.
Do you think the music of the Caribbean is resonating with the world?
Of course. The Caribbean gave the world more than half a dozen world-class genres. We have the calypso, the reggae, the dancehall, the mento, the ska. And if you go into our Spanish-speaking brothers, they have the reggaeton. Before that, the salsa, the merengue. You know what I mean? So Caribbean music is global music.
Wow.
Trust me, yeah.
And our music is rake and scrape.
Oh, that's the indigenous?
Yes. And,
okay.
And also, you got a taste of the Junkanoo a little earlier.
Junkanoo.
That's what's bad. Yeah, we have that in Jamaica. You saw the Junkanoo?
I heard you were jumping up and down in the Junkanoo.
I did. Trust me, we have that in Jamaica too. You know
you got Junkanoo in Jamaica?
Yes, we call it the same exact thing, Junkanoo.
You call it Junkanoo?
Yeah. But I guess that lends to our African heritage. Yeah, I guess the lens.
You realize we're the originators. You don't do Junkanoo like the Bahamas.
Oh, wow.
So you probably have a version of Junkanoo.
No, I'm not going to deny the Junkanoo today was lit. I was jumping, I was dancing, I invented dance moves I didn't know I had. It was It was fun, though.
So listen, whenever you talk about Junkanoo again, you always associate Junkanoo with a popular word.
Yes.
So I'm going to teach you a Junkanoo word that you must always remember when you tell them about Junkanoo in the Bahamas.
Go.
Repeat after me. Saxons.
Saxons.
Saxons. Saxons.
Saxons.
You got it.
Saxons.
When they ask you, do you know Junkanoo, you say, yes, I'm Saxons.
I'm Saxons. And the Junkanoo vibe, it injects me like vaccines. That's it.
That's the Saxons.
That's it. That's it.
That's the best group. That's what I'm telling you. That's the best Junkanoo group. There's the people who believe
You're correct.
different.
Oh, those are the guys that were actually there?
No, there wasn't no Saxons there.
But
they were probably busy in studio doing something.
Oh, I get it now. I get it now.
But they're the best.
I understand.
So let's practice it. Let's practice it. So when you go on the next interview around the world, they said, when you go to the big event in London,
yes, sir.
They're going to say to you, you were in the Bahamas. Did you see anything about the Junkanoo? You're going to say?
Saxons.
Oh, in your belly.
Yeah.
Listen, Saturday, this weekend is a place to be. You want to get your tickets, get out there, have some good, wholesome fun. And Vybz Kartel is what it's all about this weekend. Thank you so much for being here, Don Butler, Terrible D, and of course, Mr. Vybz Kartel. Thank you
Palmer.
And Clint Watson.
Yes.
Big C.
Big C.
Big C.
Yes, sir.
I'm so fired. Oh, no, the boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're cooking, sir.
Yeah.
Woo.
It's all about me. You're telling me wrap up. On my network, you can tell me to wrap. Okay. That does it for the rundown. Be sure to stay locked to the ZNS Network for the Bahamas tonight at 11. It's a final newscast in the country with the latest news and information with anchor Royston Jones in this building. He must be the next building. For all of us here at ZNS, I'm Clint Watson. Thanks so much for joining us. Good night, everybody.
Baby, me love the way you whine. You put a smile for me face, yeah, girl. You bound for me body and waist, yeah, girl. Me love when you wind up your waist, yeah, girl. Baby, me not gonna let you go. Pim pim dip on your face, yeah, girl.
At Fort Montague, I'm Opal Roach. This is ZNS.
It's time for Focus Forward, sponsored by Invest Grand Bahama. It's Grand Bahama's best talk show, highlighting all of the positive things happening in Freeport.
Look forward to our special guests each week that will tell you about events, activities, and initiatives that are making a remarkable impact on our community.
You'll also hear from local business owners and get a heads up on deals and special promotions. It's time to Focus Forward.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Grand Bahama's Best Talk Show, Focus Forward, sponsored by the Invest Grand Bahama unit of the Grand Bahama Port Authority. I am so delighted to be here with you today. My name is Glendia Sweeting, Manager of Quality Assurance and Special Projects, and I am joined by this lady, Alexandria Thompson. Her entire name. Government name. She is the Director of Public Affairs at the Downtown Freeport Business Association. Alex, great show last week.
Okay.
Happy to be back with you.
Okay, you went missing in action.
Well, you know, sometimes you have to take some time off, but
really?
You do what you have to do. And yes.
Well,
did you miss me?
I did miss you, but guess what? Guess what? I have eyes everywhere.
Oh, Lord.
People saw you.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So they saw me doing good things.
We'll talk about that after the show.
Fantastic.
But it was a really good show. We were on location at Western Atlantic University School of Medicine. I
amazing.
was doing supposed to be CPR, but
I tried my very best, and we want to encourage you guys, if you haven't seen that show, make sure you watch the Focus Forward shows. And of course, Alex held it down with Claudine Pinder last week. Thank you so much, Claudine, from the Invest Grand Bahama team. We're just so delighted that we can have this show today.
I'm sorry.
I hope we don't have any clips of that CPR training.
I'm trying to pull myself together. I think about you doing the CPR.
I tried my best.
Watch the show.
I revived the
Have you ever done
dummy
CPR before?
Yes.
That's it?
Yes. I did it properly. And he was revived. Anyway.
No one died in her presence?
Today's show is all about Art Lukaya. And if you remember, we've had Art Lukaya on this show last year and the year before. And Art Lukaya is just thriving and doing some wonderful things within the community of Grand Bahama. And of course, this year, April 4th through to the 6th, they are going to have a fantastic showcase. So you definitely want to be a part of it. So we want to take the time to welcome back to our roundtable the Art Lukaya team led by Chairman Ms. Fatima Zara Kaboub. Thank you so much for joining us and coming back again.
Oh, it's so lovely to be here. Thank you for having us. We're very excited what's coming up. So
we're excited to have you.
Yes.
The title is Steady Sunward, correct?
This year it is, yes.
Steady Sunward.
Yes.
I was feeling it.
Yes, she was feeling the sun.
I was feeling the sun. They started the promotions with Art Lukaya and Steady Sunward name. I've been singing the national anthem.
Oh, really?
I've been singing the national anthem. It just sits in my head. You know?
Wonderful.
Steady Sunward.
I was about to say don't sing it, but okay.
Okay.
We'll get you some lessons. We'll talk art today and music tomorrow. Okay. We also want to welcome from the Grand Bahama Artists Association, coming back to our roundtable again, Mrs. Chantal Bethel. Welcome back.
Thank you very much. I'm not a member of the